in an Xbox frame rate mode eventually, but the game runs at 30 frames a second. Now, that's the big question. Is this fine? Is this bad? Why do we keep having 30 frames a second on every Xbox exclusive? PlayStation 5 is measurably a less powerful system than the Xbox Series X. If you actually hold up the raw specifications of a PlayStation 5 versus the Xbox, the PlayStation 5 is weaker, and yet every PS5 exclusive hits 60 frames a second.
Now, how the hell does a guy like this have a platform? Now, I have a counter argument to you, Dreamcast guy. Now, how many of those games are actually truly next generation? Because as far as I'm concerned, Forbidden West, PlayStation 4, Ghost of Tsushima, PS4, Uncharted 4 re-release, PS4, Last of Us Remake, PS3, PS4, and now PS5, Demon's Souls Remake, PS3 game. So what point are you trying to make? Sony ain't pushing no next generation envelope. That's the only reason as to why you even hitting 60 frames with majority of those PlayStation exclusives. And how the fuck can something be exclusive if it's on the existing platform? Like, you can't make this shit up, man. I'm sorry, man. You Sony fanboys are destroying the gaming community with this rhetoric. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm fine for everybody being critical and expressing their opinions and having some form of criticism, but this is absolutely ridiculous that you're out here hating on this game Starfield, which is much bigger than any of the fucking PlayStation exclusives that you can mention with its big open world. Oh, well, Spider-Man, that might hit 60. Yeah, because it's not pushing the boundary. Even Digital Foundry has said that a lot of Marvel Spider-Man 2 takes a lot of its assets from the existing game on the PlayStation 4. I mean, you can't make this shit up, man. And on top of that, every NPC, right, if this is made by the people that do Fallout and Elder Scrolls, is interactive. Half the NPCs on fucking Spider-Man just run around, oh, look at Spider-Man. Like, come on. I mean, come on, bro. You really comparing a game like that to a game like Starfield? Come on, bro. This game is completely ambitious, man. And I'm telling you guys this. Do not listen to these PlayStation fanboys, man. You guys are out here pushing these narratives, and the funny thing is, God of War Ragnarok runs at 60, PS4 game. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut runs at 60, PS4 game. Uncharted 4 re-release runs at 60 on PS5, PS4 game. Last of Us PS3, PS4 game. Demon's Souls runs at 60, PS3 game. Like, I mean, the list goes on, and on top of that, the only real next-generation exclusives that Sony has is what? Returnal, and that's about it. Everything else is low demanding, like Ratchet and Clank. Those are low demanding games, man. Come on, bro. You cannot make this shit up, dude.
Hi, I'm Dreamcast Guy. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So currently I have this poll running. This literally just came out. Already 60 frames a second is a trending hashtag. People are
For what?
Legitimately pissed because this whole thing is, why are we talking about all these games being Xbox games if they run like trash on Xbox?
So you're pushing that narrative that running games at 30, and that's why I try to tell you, PlayStation fanboys are pushing that narrative that if a game runs at 30 FPS, it's unplayable. At one point, I thought it only applied to first-person shooters. Now it applies to open-world games now, too. Open-world RPGs. I mean, you can't make this shit up, bro. You PlayStation fanboys have to be some of the biggest hypocrites in this goddamn community, man.
A lot of people are straight up saying, look, I like this poll by RGT85. Should all games on the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 have a 60 frames per second mode? I mean, after all, Redfall just came out a couple months ago, stuck at 30 frames a second, looked like garbage. 30 frames a second. I know people say like, oh, that's not too bad. The problem is 30 frames a second, it looks kind of like a slideshow. But the biggest issue is that whenever you have any frame drops, any tiny hiccup in performance, 30 frames a second going down to 20 frames a second is complete immersion breaking.
That's funny considering that. Didn't you defend games like Tears of Kingdom? So if frame rate is that important to you, Dreamcast guy, then why the fuck did you go out and support Tears of Kingdom? Matter of fact, you're one of the biggest Nintendo and Sony sympathizers in this community. But ever since Microsoft does it, there's a problem, right? How many 30 FPS games that you played on your Nintendo Switch, you punk-ass white motherfucker? I can't stand this dude. Matter of fact, let me tell you something. You wouldn't even been gaming on console. I'm surprised you even got a Dreamcast hat on. Because you know why? A lot of those games were at 30 FPS. So I guess you can't be a fan of the Dreamcast because a lot of the Dreamcast games had 30 FPS games. Oh, well, there that is, right? Exactly. You guys got to stop with this nonsense, man. I'm sick and tired of seeing this narrative being pushed by you console gamers. This is why PC gamers are laughing at you. You guys are expecting a $500 device to push 60 FPS on next generation titles as big as Starfield. You have to be fucking stupid to believe this nonsense.
Looks freaking awful. And already from this gameplay trailer, we are seeing performance issues. Even in this trailer, we are seeing performance issues. And I think that's a bad sign. If this thing's supposed to be at 30 frames a second on a good day, how's that actually going to shape up? But let me take a look. Oh, man, look at this. Oh, look how choppy it is. You love to see it. Anyways,
PlayStation
okay.
fanboy.
So, speaking with IGN in an interview,
like they're not even credible.
Todd
dude.
Howard said that the game of Starfield runs at a 4K resolution.
I'm done, bro. This man is not even credible, man. If you guys haven't unsubscribed from this dude, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Because like I said, man, this dude is just acting like a PlayStation fanboy. And like I'll bring up that same point. What PlayStation next generation exclusives that Sony has on PS5 that's pushing 60 FPS at 4K? Returnal don't even run at 4K. That runs at 1080p 60, and it's not even that demanding of a game. Forspoken runs at like 720p 60 FPS, I believe, inconsistently. So what game on PlayStation 5 that's pushing that envelope besides those last generation titles or those 15, 16-year-old remakes? Hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Have a nice day. Peace.